you know, as more mod.
YouTube Grand Theft Auto 5 trailer. Oh wait, it says trailer 1. So let's talk about this, both the good and the bad. So like, okay, let's go through this a little bit. All right. First and foremost, the first thing I noticed is, hot damn, this game looks fucking good. Actually, no, the first thing my reaction is, holy shit, it's finally coming. And then the second reaction is, holy shit, this game looks good. Let's kind of play this a little. The animations, the fucking. And then I absolutely love me a Bonnie and Clyde badass storyline. Like, you can already get a sense of what the story is going to be about, and that looks like such an enticing. If it was a movie, I would love to watch that movie. So now let's kind of go into the like scene by scene here a little bit. So when I look at this, right, there's a couple things that I need to like, oh, that's a good idea. Let's put it on playback speed 0.25. So the first thing I kind of notice is, notice how many like color gradients there are. Really dope. The foliage, just look at like the draw distance, bro. But here's some things that I kind of notice, and I need to temper my expectations on, is I'm sort of 50-50 on one thing. And that one thing is, I am unsure entirely and completely how many of these things are like in-game real-time versus in-engine. So I'm going to temper my expectations a little bit. Like, is this how the cars, like, a lot of this might be choreographed. And when you choreograph it, when you sort of like, when it's like in game and not, or like in engine or whatever, like, the quality might be higher in detail. It's definitely in engine, but is this like, how much of it is real time? Like, this is in engine, but probably, you know, that you can do a higher level of detail, right? Because everything's like pre-calculated and shit, right? So I'm going to temper it a little bit, but I do think the game is going to look this good, because the thing is, like, most games nowadays try to keep the gameplay almost identical to the choreographed in-engine cutscenes. But then I look at something like this, and I'm just like, wait, can they really pull it off? Like, is it actually like, can you see this in real time? Is that possible? And as I'm kind of like thinking about this and I'm watching this kind of unfold here a little bit, bro, look at how sick this looks, dude. Look at how beautiful this game looks. And look, another diverse area, swamp area. Dude, give it to me. Give that to me, dude. I love how there's going to be like the Miami Beach area. There's a port area. And then they got this like southern drawl, swampy, it's almost out of Georgia area, bro. Oh my God, dude. Okay, this scene is where I'm really mind fucked. Because the amount of, and this is, I think, actually, in my opinion, when you look at this is the most impressive thing out of the entire trailer. This right here is the most impressive thing in the entire trailer. And I'm going to explain why. And I'm going to break it down. And I do not actually know how many people have picked up on this. Most of you guys have been watching me play GTA 5 for the last like 5-6 years, right? So you probably know, very similar to me, is you normally don't get this many NPCs on the screen at once. That's the first thing, right? But I think it's entirely possible that this is something that they can do. If the game released today, maybe most PCs won't be able to handle it. And they'll use a similar thing that with GTA 5 where there's like a bar for player density or population density, right? Where like current gen might be only be able to crank it to like 50%, let's say. And you get 50, you know, like the best CPU today, maybe, we're speculating, right? No one actually knows. It's possible that current CPUs can only render or handle 50% of these NPCs. And then at the time of release, maybe the new PCs can. So there's a possibility there, right? It's just a dial at the end of the day. The better the CPUs are, the more NPCs. But that's not the impressive bit. I just want to get the population bit out of the way. What's impressive is that none of these NPCs look the same. When you go and get onto 5M today, and you pick an NPC model, there's usually like maybe at most 10 NPCs that have some kind of like bathing suit. Like they might have bathing trunks, they may have like a bikini or whatever, but it's limited to that. And then they might have like one or two more articles of clothing. And that's why when you play GTA 5, you notice a lot of like repeat characters, some kind of like, you know, there might be like three or four different faces, but they all share the same clothes. I want you to take into consideration how many different looking NPCs are all wearing some type of different bathing suit. I don't even see two people with the same, like, anything really. Like she's got this and it kind of looks like that, but she's also got this around her, but they're different textures, but they also don't even look the same. This guy's got these trunks and they look very different from these trunks over here, but they all look different. What does that mean? There is no way, and it's very unlikely, that what someone did was say, okay, let's make 50 different NPCs that look different, and let's give each one of these 50 NPCs a different pair of bathing, like a different, like for each one of those models, let's give them some kind of bathing suit attire. There's no way. It's unlikely. What is more likely the case is that unlike GTA 5, where they made unique NPCs and then put on unique clothes for those models and then just spread them around the world, I actually think that they're down to their NPCs are going to be very similar to like a very complex GTA Online models. In other words, like similar to how we might be doing a player creation on GTA 6 Online, they likely, each one of these, you know, either male, female character, have all the clothes and have like maybe 50 different hairstyles and very complex like facial like changing features and different body types, and they just randomize on that shit. You know, where when they create this scene, they're like, give us 50, let me grab 50 dynamically generated people at the beach and decide what kind of action they're going to have, which to me is freaking insane. And this is just the beach. Like, bro, that's incredible. That is literally insane. Like, even this dude who looks chiseled looks like a different kind of chiseled than this guy. This guy, like, these body types look similar. Look, they're all different thicknesses right there. We got a different types of thick. You got body type 1, body type 2, body type 3, her body type. Even these two, like, look, the shoulders look different, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even think it's like a body type where it's like A, B, C, D. I think there's actually even the actual, like, I mean, it may be like a muscular, thick, scrawny, average, whatever, but I don't think it's just like replaceable body models. Like, it actually kind of looks like there's some variation in it. Then the next thing, is there different? I don't know if there's height differences. I don't know. Do you guys see any height differences? I don't. I think they're probably all going to be the same height. The runners? Yeah, but that's a male and a female. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're not doing that, are they? Canceled. The woman behind the red shorts. True. Yeah, but it's like you might be right. There might be different heights. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going, though. Let's keep going. I agree with you that there's a really good chance that there'll be height differences. Actually, and now that you mention it, these three ladies aren't all the same height. These two are almost next to each other, and they look slightly different height. The top of her head is higher than the top of her head. And I don't think it's a perspective difference because she's slightly ahead of her. And then she's much ahead of her, but these two are still shorter than her. Oh my God. I think you're right. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I love this, dude. What a fantasy world this is creating. Like already, let me zip back a bit. Look at this prison. Oh my God, she was in prison. I didn't even pick up on this. I think I was so in shock that I was watching GTA 6 that I didn't even like soak in the fact that this starts with her being in prison. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird, but like I'm still like it's only until about this part I'm like, holy fuck, dude, I'm watching the GTA 6 trailer. Like nothing else matters. Like I wasn't even looking at like even obvious details. Wait, she's in prison. She's an inmate. And it looks like almost like Lucia is working with probably the warden or someone to get released. And it makes you wonder if the story begins with her in prison, which I'm going to lean towards being the most likely, or this is one of those games where she's telling the warden or whatever her story and what happened. That'll be interesting. But anyways, so what I wanted to point out, what I was about to point out is I want you to notice all the different environments, dude, that this game is going to allow us to explore. And in the back of my mind, we haven't even talked about the roleplay possibilities. But you've got the this area, which is the beach resort. The beach resorts, right? And it's gigantic. And then, of course, you've got the completely on the other end of the spectrum, the rural town in a swampy area, the kind of the Georgia look and feel, right? When I think of Georgia or like Florida swamps and Blackwater, right? And then you've got the freaking like nightlife inner city club scene, right? And then you've got like this, which, oh my God, dude, this just screams like street culture, you know? And it looks, oh my God, this scene right there, an absolute vibe. And then obviously, once again, you got like, you know, club scene, right? And then you also kind of got the hood, bruh. You got like a completely different hood, right? Now, one thing that's going to be curious is, and I can't take this out of my head. It's already a little too late to like pretend that it hasn't happened, but I want you in the back of your minds to realize that the supposed GTA 6 map was leaked a while ago. It was leaked a while ago. And in it showed many different city areas. It wasn't one city, and we'll just pull it up real quick because we can't like pretend it's not out there, right? This is the supposed how it's gonna look like, right? There's other ones too. But when you look at this, even if it's a little bit off, you'll notice that there's like this whole thing. This is probably like the main Miami. But then you got something over here. You got something over here. You got something over here. You got another little thing over here. I actually think a lot of these areas, like when you compare it to GTA 5, right? The Vagos are almost completely next door in like throwing distance from Forum Drive, which is super close to the Aztecas, which is super close to where literally you drive 2 blocks and it's another gang. The vibe I get when you look at this area, right? As an example, and then it pops into, hold on, this area. It kind of seems like there might be a lot more spread between the different blocks. But that's how LA is. You might be right. I don't know enough about LA. In LA, are you telling me in LA there's like 2-3 streets with one gang and then another 3 streets, another gang? I mean, you might be right. I got no idea. Okay, but anyways, look, dude, this is just gorgeous. Just look at this scene right here, bro. Like, huh? All right, now we got this section. Looks amazing. This is dope. I don't know. Is this thing a thing in Florida where there's areas in Florida where there's just like sick ass vehicles lined up? But once again, I want you to pay attention. Wait a minute. Different. Yeah, different. For a second there, I was like, oh, shit. Anyways, you know what it probably is? You know what this is, chat? That they probably have certain, like, I don't know if you can kind of note. Wait, let's do it side by side. That's actually kind of cool. Hold on. That's actually really cool. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at right now. Fuck. God damn it. Whatever, dude. I'll show you what. Oh my God. Why am I using MS Paint, chat? Huh? What I'm actually trying to look at here isn't that they're the same, but notice how they're walking. That's pretty fucking cool. I think what they got is like they probably have a lot of like NPC group like animations, like where they do groupings, which is actually pretty fucking I don't know if there's many games that really do that. I mean, they do it a little bit, right? But usually it's like when they do the grouping, they're stationary, right? It's very like simplistic, where it's like 2-3 people are like talking to each other. You get what I mean? Like you see it in GTA 5 sometimes, where But these people are moving. And so even if you thought for a second, and here's a second thing, you ready for this? I think what that shows is that if we thought that maybe some of this was like pre-generated or whatever the fuck, that having seen this now in two different scenes, this is going to be normalized stuff. We're going to actually kind of be seeing this. That's cool. And honestly, and then also notice that this guy right here that's sitting here is reacting to these NPCs. You see that? And it's not random. You might be like, "Oh, it's a random animation." But his head is tracking them. He's looking at that ass. All right. So it was around this scene I realized, and this is the bit I'm mildly disappointed in. Mildly disappointed in. If I am going to be honest, every single one of these cars is in GTA 5. That's a Shafter, that's a Cheetah. I think that's a GTT. No. This is the like the Challenger looking vehicle. The Lynx, the Coquette. I think this is a Oracle. And the models look very, they're real cars. No, they're not. The Tailgater. Yes, the Tailgater. Thank you. These are what I don't know why people have been. I saw a lot of people saying that these are real cars, and I don't know where that's coming from. Like, unless I'm missing something dramatically. Unless I'm missing something dramatically. Like, no, these are GTA lore cars. This is a Cheetah. That's a Lynx. Like, these aren't, like, even this isn't Porsche. Look, 1, 2, that doesn't spell out Porsche. Yeah, these are the same cars that are in GTA 5. But what I'm saying is, like, these actually look like they weren't, they didn't really, doesn't look like they really redefined them too much from GTA 5 to GTA 6. The Fister, yeah. Fister. Yep. Phister. Yeah, a little bit. So I was kind of hoping that they would add a couple more, but there's a lot. Like, even if we go back over in, like, go back here. Old car, old, obviously old. This is, we use these for bank robberies. This is old. That's old. That's old. That looks new. That's old. Right? And then if we keep going to this scene, and I'm hoping they're just intentionally hiding the vehicles. You know what I mean? Like, and that they might put some new ones in it. This is old. This is old. These are Coquettes. Like, even look, like, you know what I mean? This one came in on GTA Online, I believe. This one I think is new. Oh, no, it's not. I think this might be a cavalcade. Yeah, so I'm hoping that they, like, intentionally aren't showing off the new cars, which, by the way, is reasonable. Keep in mind, this game comes out, like, in a year plus, right? and they may not want to show out the show off some of the new shit. Not to mention, reality is, why the fuck would they go and remake all their cars? You know what I mean? That would be kind of stupid. If they're like, okay, guys, for GTA 6, even though it takes place in the same world, let's just remake all the cars. Yeah, that would be dumb, right? But this definitely looks like higher def. Like, they look slightly higher def. Not to mention, like, some of the ones that came out in GT Online were pretty high def to begin with. All right, let's continue. Where did we leave off? Okay, let's keep going. Once again, you see this island. It really does match up with the leaked ones. So sick, though. I don't know what this is. What's the story behind this broken bridge? Is that in real life? I don't know anything about Florida, by the way. That's a 7-mile bridge to Key West. Oh, what the fuck? Damn. So it's going to be Miami and the Keys? Oh my God, dude. RP potential. All these islands, modern day Somali pirate RP. The RP is that the Somali pirates take over one of the islands. Oh my God. You have like boats and shit. The water is going to be so much fun. Good time for a slow-mo. This guy's enjoying himself. This is just so funny. This shit is so funny. I never understood the booty shake. It's so unattractive to me. I never understood this. Like, why? It's more impressive than anything. It's like, this is supposed to be like the race scene. That looks pretty cool. Look at the smoke effects, man. I really like the them really like highlighting that there's going to be a lot of like social media aspects in the game, which I really fuck with. I wonder if this is going to be actual like the body cam footage. That's cool. Kelly County. Okay, so Kelly County is probably the swamp area. And then Vice beaches like Miami Beach. And then the port. And then the Keys. Wait, I think some of this shit actually happened in Florida and they put it in the teaser. Really? Fort Lauderdale. Oh. Do you think this is supposed to be Naples? Oh my God. Dude, look at this ad right here. Angstapan. It cures emotions. And it's like a drug pill. And this is the brain with a smiley face that looks all fucked up. Oh my God. Wait, America's favorite disassociative. Oh my God. It's a knockoff Pfizer logo? Really? This looks sick. That looks sick. Dirt bike, dirt bags. Cops failed to stop thugs on motorbikes terrorizing Vice City. Dude, I can't wait for this game, man. What a game. What a good looking game, dude. Yo, so excited, man. What do we know so far? And I'm gonna start with the bad news. It is not coming out for PC right away. We know this almost with certainty. I had to break the bad news the other day. I expected that was going to happen, even though I think a lot of people were kind of on that copium. They're going to want to double dip. It's probably Take-Two that's making him do it. Also, realistically, they are not the greatest at releasing ports. They're really bad at... Rockstar sucks at making PC ports. They've never made... Red Dead 2, remember, had a bunch of issues on release. So did 5,